wonderful welcome, souls and spirits. It's your girl, Emmzy Souls here, and welcome to another exciting video. And welcome to another exciting game. So today's game I'm actually going to be playing is called The Magical Diary Horse Hole by Hanako Games. So I know this game is pretty old, and I know some of you have probably watched other YouTubers play this. I mean, if other YouTubers did, I honestly don't know. Yeah, so, anyways, I know that this game is pretty old, and I actually found this. It looks anime style. There's a dude with wings, and I was like, totally gotta play it, because I want to see if we play as the dude with the wings. Wouldn't that be cool? And also, I want to point out this is actually not the full version of this game. This is, in fact, the demo version. So I'm only going to be playing this up until the demo finishes and everything. And if you spirituals want more of this, if you want the full version of this, then let me know down in the comments below, and I'll probably get the full version of this game. Also, I kind of read a bit about this game. So yes, it mostly involves magic and mystical fantasy, all that genre, and I thought it would be cool because I mean I love the fantasy, magical fantasy and the mythical creatures, all that type of thing. So yeah, but I guess that's just pretty much it. So I guess without further ado, let's just begin the game, shall we? I mean the demo, sorry. Oh, okay, so I can create my character. Okay, well, I'm automatically called Mary Sue, but let me just delete the first name and also delete the last name as well. So I'm going to call myself Emmeline. That's my first name, and for my last name, it has to revolve around my name, the channel, and everything. So how about we do? I'm thinking between souls or no, that doesn't make sense. Let's just do spirits. Okay, Emmeline Spirits. I don't know if that even makes any sense. Now, I need to try and customize it to make sure it's closer to me. But, oh, look at all these hairstyles. Okay. Ooh, I like this hairstyle, yes. Okay, now let's change the color. There's not really dark hair. I mean, that's cherry brown. And, okay, you know what? I'll go ginger red because it's somewhat close. I don't know. I'm gonna be wrong. But let's make sure. Okay, I think those eyes are closer to red. And let's make me... Whoa, I'm insanely pale. But okay. Okay, hold on. I'm just double checking over the skin. So yeah, this is probably closer to me. Yeah. Let's adjust the eyes to make it look like red. I mean, I'm trying to make it as close as possible, but I'm struggling a little bit on the color, trying to go over to see if there's anything closer to red, but I mean, there's the cherry brown color, but that's ginger red. Okay, well, that's close enough anyways. This is me as a ginger, okay? I'm sorry, I'm double checking and triple checking everything, but that's good enough, that's good enough. So yeah, that's my character. Well, I guess that's it. Let's just begin. Ooh, it all started about 3 years ago on my 13th birthday. Ooh, what happened on my 13th birthday? I was playing tag in the back garden with my friends, but when I tried to jump out of the way of the girl who was chasing me, I jumped so high that I flew all the way over the hedge. Whoa. If I was her friends, I would be shook. At first, I couldn't believe it was real. No one else could either. Within a few minutes, they all convinced themselves that nothing unusual had happened. Then the next day, a strange old woman showed up at my doorstep to offer me a choice for my future. And now here I am, 16 and on my way to Iris Academy, an actual school for magic. The school lies in a hidden valley in the Green Mountains, about 150 miles from my home in New Hampshire. Well, that's a pretty view. My parents drove me out here, but we've already said our goodbyes. I asked them to drop me off at the outskirts of the school grounds so I could walk the rest of the way on my own. I knew Dad would cry and make a fuss over me before letting me go, and I didn't want my new classmates to see me for the first time looking like that. Like what? Like a train wreck or something? Actually, I'm surprised Dad agreed. He's always been a little overprotective. Maybe he's finally recognizing that I'm not a little kid anymore. Oh my goodness, I can relate so much in real life right now, but it's my mom. Anyway, it means that I have to carry my own suitcases, which contained all that I have with my name for the next 9 months, whatever that said. Not many clothes because we'll be wearing school uniforms all the time, but I have some books, pictures of my friends and family, and decorations for my new room. Nice. There it is, up ahead, the school. I'm kind of questioning, are these Google searched? The campus looks more like a very posh boarding school than a home for wizards and witches. Kinda does, not gonna lie. Pretty buildings, lots of trees, and wide open spaces. Summer is still lingering here, the leaves haven't yet started to turn. Huh. I walk a little faster, feeling slightly too warm in this long robe and cape. How long is it? Flower beds and arches stretch out around me. So many doors and windows, and they all look the same. There are 3 residential halls for girls and 3 for boys. I've been accepted to Horse Hall, which is for adventurous girls. Whatever that means. I like how they quote-unquote adventurous, and Horse Hall, that is also the part of the title, so yeah, that's obvious. The other 2 girl halls are the butterflies, who are probably girly girls, and the snakes. I'm not sure who would want to be a snake. I'd much rather be a horse. Unfortunately, I'm not sure exactly where Horse Hall is. I'm not gonna lie, I would also like to be butterfly. I have a letter about freshman orientation. Where did I put it? I looked down at my suitcases while I walked, trying to remember which pocket I stuffed the letter into, when suddenly... What happened? What happened? Oh, I bump into someone. And he does not look friendly. Like, he looks grumpy. Oops, sorry. Oh, look at me! That is so cool. He's an older man in school robes with no horse symbol on them, which means he's probably a professor. This is not a good first impression. Sorry, sir. A new student, I see. And what might your name be? Oh my goodness, look at that grin. He has a lovely voice, dark and rich, with a refined British accent, and he doesn't seem to be too angry with me. I relax a little. Whew. Okay. Yeah. This is kind of interesting. Like, his British. Emmeline's spirits, sir. I just got here, and I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be. I swear I feel like he's evil. Like, with his face. My voice trails off as I notice he's no longer looking at me. Instead, he's paging through his books. Miss Spirits, is it? Wild Seed. How unsurprising. What? Wild Seed? Wait, wild? More than likely a complete waste of my time. You have no idea how much you have been given, and you will throw it all away. What is he going on about? He scribbles something into the book and then slams it shut. 10 demerits. Not a promising start. Wait, what? Pay more attention to your studies than you do where you are walking, Miss Spirits, or you'll find yourself expelled from this academy before the new year. Wow! With a snap of his wrist, he wraps his cape around him and stalks away. Oh my goodness, 10 demerits, and it's just my first day! I mean, I haven't even... Like, I've just started it like a few seconds! I haven't even started school yet, and already one of my teachers hates me. Hates me so much that I get 10 demerits. At least it wasn't brutal like detention. After a bit of looking around, I find my way into the girls' dormitories and located my hall. There are 9 doors in this hall, only one of which is labeled bathroom. If each bedroom has at least 2 girls in it, I hope that's a big bathroom. Yeah, let's hope that it's a big bathroom. My own letter informed me that I would have 2 roommates, but didn't tell me their names or anything else about them. I haven't seen anyone wearing a horse insignia. All I can do is find my room and wait for them to show up. Yep. Also, am I pronouncing insignia right? Excuse me. Here it is, room 3. I open the door and pick up my suitcases. Walking inside, I find a fairly ordinary looking bedroom. No skulls or drippy candles or blacklight posters on the walls. No incense or crystals anywhere, unless they just haven't had time to unpack yet. I mean, that's like a cliche witch and wizard thing, or warlock. A girl who had been sitting on one of the beds stands up. Hello? You're a horse! I didn't mean that way, the way it sounded.
Oof. Great first impression, Emmeline. Great first impression. Oh my goodness.
Hi, I'm Emmeline. Are you my roommate? One of them. I'm Ellen. That's Virginia's bed, but she went out to talk to somebody.
Well, nice to meet you. Where are you from?
Virginia, the state, I mean. I'm not sure where Virginia, the girl, is from.
I tilt my head. Like, what? I mean, yeah, that does sound confusing, like Virginia, the state, Virginia, the girl.
You don't have much of a southern accent. Oh, it's not that far south, and my family wasn't from there. What about you? New Hampshire, not too far from here. Are all those books yours? Well, yeah. There aren't any computers here, so I brought my old encyclopedias.
I'm kind of questioning how thick they are as well.
And those are textbooks for the classes I would be taking this year at my other school if I hadn't left.
Then why would she bring them here?
You must be a really good student.
Look at how happy I am. See, like, yay. I'm sorry, I love the anime me in the corner right there.
Not really. I probably won't even open them, but I didn't know what I need, and I didn't want to need something and not have it.
Oh, so you packed them just in case. Yeah, it's always to be safe than sorry.
Those books are everything. I could find out about magic, the real kind, now that I know it's real. Yeah, isn't it great? We're going to be witches, just like in the movies.
Like those cliche movies.
Oh, good. You're Wild Seed, too. Wait, what does Wild Seed mean?
Yeah, because someone said it earlier, and my brain.
It means your parents weren't magic, so you're like a wildflower. Oh, that's interesting.
And I just like how she just storms into the conversation like that.
She holds out her hands for me to shake. Me, my family's all magical, so I always knew I'd be a witch. I'm Virginia. Oh, so my other roommate. She has a pretty strong grip.
Wow.
Emmeline. Pleasure to meet ya. Is it a problem being wild? I met a professor and he was sort of rude about it.
Oh yeah, I forgot. The professor we bumped into, he called us Wild Seed.
A professor? Shaggy black hair, big nose, evil grin. Yeah, I sort of bumped into him.
Yep.
Oh no, you'll be on Grabby's blacklist. The professor grabs girls?
Oh my goodness, Ellen. I'm starting to like you already.
No, that's his name. Professor Grabiner.
That's a weird name, just to be honest. Professor grabbing her.
He hates me.
He had an evil grin.
He hates everybody, so it doesn't make much difference. Don't worry about it. Nobody cares if you're a born witch or not. Not really. And everybody's scared of Grabby. He's a monster. William warned me about him.
Wait, William? Who's this William? Who's William? My thoughts exactly. Oh my goodness, I feel like I'm just strangely psychic today. Like I'm on a roll.
My big brother. Bigger brother. He's a senior. Donald's a freshman like us. They're in Wolf Hall.
Ooh.
Okay. But enough about boys. What sports do you play? What do you like?
Oh, that's an interesting question, but... Oh, Ellen, I like softball, but I'm better at volleyball. Wait, softball, volleyball? Aren't they, like, almost the exact same thing? Like, sport-wise, I mean?
Good strong arms. Me, I prefer soccer. What about you, Emmeline?
Oh.
I guess I'm mostly best at track. I'd like to run.
Huh. Well, your legs, her arms, and my fighting spirit, we're the total package. Go, horses! Woo, woo, woo!
Are there any sports teams for wizards here? Not exactly. There's boundaries, but that's not a real sport.
Oh, bounders! Whoops.
But there is a gym, and we can start our own sports team if we have to. Right, Emmeline? I guess... Sorry. I'm rolling you over, aren't I? I'll let you unpack. Come on, Ellen. I'll introduce you to my brothers.
Oh, the brothers who are in Wolf Hall, did you ask? Huh?
Okay.
I'll stay here and unpack, or I want to meet them too. Honestly, I would like to meet them, but probably for safety-wise, I should probably stay behind and unpack, because I don't want to be like... Because then I don't want to procrastinate. Just get things done and over with. Okay, I'll see you later. Don't forget, Emmeline, orientation is tomorrow, and you'll get to see old Grabby again. Great. Just great. I guess I better start putting things away. Everything moves quickly here, and I don't intend to get left behind. Tomorrow, I start learning magic, which is exciting! Morning assembly. At 9 a.m. on Monday morning, all the freshmen are gathered in the gymnasium, wearing capes and robes, just like me. But they're not completely like me. Oh, what do you mean? One boy has furry ears and a long fluffy tail. Oh, he looks so cute though! One girl has glittering wings. Oh, she's so pretty, I like the wings. And that girl looks like a vampire. Is it just me, or does she remind me of Yuri from Literature Club, like Doki Doki Literature Club? Is that what it means to be a born witch? Being something other than a human? Virginia looks normal, but she could be hiding something under her robes. No, that's just silly. Very silly, the sound of that. The muttering and shuffling of students drops off as someone steps up to the podium. Oh, who could it be? That evil professor. Oh, it's not that evil professor. Hello, my little flower buds. Welcome to Iris Academy. Well, she seems lovely. I mean, like, smile says it all. I start to applaud, but freeze as I realize that no one else is. Then Virginia beside me picks up the clapping loudly. Soon the whole room is cheering like, whoop, 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 woo! Party up in here! The witch holds up her hands, and the room settles back into silence. My name is Professor Potsdam, and I will be one of your instructors in the ways of magic. Potsdam? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. For some of you, this is the beginning of an adventure such as you never imagined. For others, this is only the step in a journey you have been expecting all of your lives. At Iris Academy, we teach spelling using the pentatraumatic system. Pentatraumatic system. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing it right. Red magic is forceful, but not necessarily violent. Blue is the color of transformation and change. Green is the color of life and the world of plants and animals. Ah! So wait, green magic is earth magic. Wait, white magic affects the wind and mind and spirit, and black magic I clicked too quick. Your palette should contain at least a few dabs of every magical color, but a beautiful pink doesn't need every shade. It's style that matters. You all have different strengths, different talents here at Iris Academy. We embrace that diversity and tailor your education to your needs. Ah! Cool! Choose your schedule to focus your personal talents. Don't try to become a reflection of your classmates. Follow your own star, wherever it may lead you. Ah, that's nice. That is the way in which you are all alike. You each have your own future, and I know you'll make us proud. Her starry-eyed way of speaking reminds me a little bit of my old school's guidance counselor, but she certainly seems nicer than Professor Grabiner. I wonder which classes she teaches. I wonder. You have been divided into halls to help you make friends with classmates who share similar interests. For the girls, we have the adventurous horses, the charming butterflies, and the mysterious snakes. Oh. Wow. Each group claps as their names is called, the horses louder than the others. Or perhaps that's just because I'm sitting with more of them. For the boys, we have the daring wolves, the elegant falcons, and the eldritch toads. Eldritch? What does that even mean? I'm gonna Google search eldritch later to understand the meaning. I'm not sure what eldritch means, which I'll Google search later, but toads sound even worse than snakes. Toads and snakes sound bad. I hope you'll all become good friends, not just in each hall, and not just in your year, but throughout the whole academy. But most importantly, I hope you'll get to know and trust your roommates so that by the end of the year, you're able to work as a team for your final exams. Ah, cool beans. And I know you're all looking forward to your exams, yes. No, miss, I am not looking forward to exams. I stress out completely. The audience predictably groans. Oh my goodness, relatable. That's everyone, actually. For testing purposes, your instructors will regularly set you practical challenges in the school dungeons. What? The school has dungeons? Each task has many possible solutions. You will need to make creative use of the spells you have chosen to learn, so think ahead about what might be useful and how. Okay. Okay, are you all ready for magic? Yes! Open up your diaries and begin penciling in your schedule. Okay. I need to choose which classes to attend this week. There are classes for each kinds of magic, plus general studying, which sounds boring, and gym class, which I've always liked. I can also schedule free time to relax and unwind. For most of my life, my classes have been planned out for me by my school. It wasn't until last year that I got to make any choices at all. Cantonese, French, or Spanish, physics, chemistry, or biology. I mean, it's a lot. Still, everyone had to have the same number of classes, and they all started and ended at the same time. You couldn't get out of it. If I can choose whatever schedule I want here, what would happen if I never went to class at all? Would they really let me get away with that? Probably not. What should I do this week? Okay, so let's see here. Okay, well, let's work on some red magic. And we'll probably do some green magic, maybe some white magic as well. We should do some sleep. Let's maybe do a little bit of studying, and Friday we'll go and work out at the gym, because we gotta keep ourselves fit. Well, that's pretty much my week. I don't know if I made the right choices, but ooh, activity red magic. Uh-oh, this is one of his classes. Great, I got the mean professor. Get to your seats. Hurry up. No chatter. Oh, wow. In this class, carelessness might cost you your fingers. Oof. He wouldn't really cut off students' fingers, would he? Oh my goodness. Here you will be learning the seductive art of red magic, the evocation and control of energy. With this power, you might summon a breeze, light a fire, or call a distant object to hand. Ooh, this sounds cool. I say that it's seductive, not because of the power itself, but because simple minds prefer simple solutions. Blast your enemies with lightning, tear buildings apart with earthquakes, let the world around you burn. Okay. I don't know if I made a good choice, but the world around me burn? So scary. I don't know what I fall myself into. Fall victim to such vulgar fantasies and you leave yourself vulnerable to those capable of creative thought. There are many approaches that direct force cannot defend against. He snaps his fingers in the air. One inattentive moment and you lose control of the forces you have summoned. After that, you will only be remembered as an unpleasant stain on the walls. Oof. Wow. Scary. He rubs his hands together and gives a nasty smile. Now for your lessons. Success! I gained 2 red magic skill and 2 stress. Wow. That's actually interesting. Ooh, activity green magic. When I arrive at the classroom, I find Professor Potsdam standing by the chalkboard. Oh! Hello, little seedlings. Please take your seat. Okay, I think she's a teacher for green magic. Okay. Today you're going to learn about green magic, the magic of life. This is a very important skill for any witch or wizard to have, especially when you get to be a certain age. Ooh. Your body is a garden to be cared for. With proper tending, it could last you for centuries. Wow. So wise. Slowly, carefully, you must encourage your subjects to grow in the direction you prefer. Be patient and the rose vines will lose their thorns and twine around you. One of the students makes a scoffing noise. If it can heal, it can kill. What happens if you force something to grow the wrong way quickly? Why would you want to do that? Because you don't like the life in front of you. Why is he taking this class if he sounds so dark? He said it's so dark and twisted. Well, if that's your plan, I can look forward to working with you for a very long time. Life has its own flow. You can change it, but the harder you push, the more energy you'll need to cause a great change in an instant to take immense power. Whoa. This is deep and wise. So you better get started. Okay, so it's a success. I gained 2 green magic and 2 stress. Okay. Ooh, white magic. When I arrive at the classroom, I find Professor Potsdam standing by the chalkboard. Oh, I also have her for white magic. Okay, so I have her for green and white magic, and I have Grabiner for red magic. Wait, who do I have for blue and black? I think Grabiner might do black magic, I don't know, but I don't know. Good morning, Starshines. You'll need to sit down before we can start, but take your time, relax, get comfortable. That's very important when working with this particular style of magic. Taking her at her word, I yawned and stretched before I settled into my seat. Like, stretch. To some people, white is the absence of color, a blank canvas. In the non-magical world, white is the complete spectrum, all colors combined into one. In some ways, you can think of white magic as either of these things. White magic is the tool you use to access the spiritual realm. Now this is my kind of magic. I mean, spiritual? It involves with my channel and everything. Ghosts, dreams, creatures of other planes. The thought of those around you. With white magic, you can experience and communicate with things that are normally hidden. There is one thing I need to warn you about. Some people have tried to use white magic to control minds and spirits, instead of asking for their aid. Oh, really? Then you're evil if you do that. Don't do it. You will regret it. Now, shall we go on with the lesson? Yeah, sure. I mean, but what sort of warning is that? Does she mean that it won't work, or that we'll be expelled, or arrested, or our brains will melt, or what? Or did she try it in her past and then she realizes that it doesn't work? Maybe she'll tell us later. Success, gain 2 white and 2 stress. Wow. I mean, I'm mostly gaining 2 of everything. Oh, studying, I gain 1 smart and 2 stress. Wow. Not really much smart, but I'm getting a lot of stress. Okay. There don't seem to be any teachers assigned to the gym, just a bunch of equipment that everyone can use. I see several large number balls. If I can organize some people together, maybe we can play prison ball. What the heck is prison ball? Like, what? Like, is it a fancy saying for basketball? Well, hello there. What? I turned to see who's speaking. Who or what is that? I mean, he looks charming. Very handsome. He's dressed like a student, but I'm sure I didn't see him at orientation. I mean, I would have noticed. 'Cause the wings. And his smile, but ask about the wings or pretend everything is normal. I want to ask about his wings. I'm kind of curious to know what would happen if I do. So, why do you have wings? I mean, the Pixie Girl in the example did have wings, but if that's not a rude question. Is it just me or am I blushing? Oh, I'm blushing! He chuckles. You're new at this, aren't you? Huh? He takes a step closer to me, wings extending slightly to catch the air. You've never seen anyone with wings before. No. I'm sort of a wild seed. Quote unquote wild seed. And a lovely blossom you are. Oh! Oh, that is so cute. That is so cute. That was a cute compliment. But really, I don't know how things work. Is that normal for born wizards to have wings? I mean, we did see a girl with wings as an example. Normal? I'd rather not have you think of me as anything so ordinary. Look at his face. The wings can be merely a fashion statement. They're available at the local store if you'd like your own. What? Wait, you can buy wings? Wait, are you teasing me? Please tell me you are. Yes and no. You'll have to discover the truth for yourself. My name is Damien, and you are... oh, Damien, that's actually a nice name. It fits him so well. Emily. He takes my hand and bows over it, wings fluttering behind his back. Oh my goodness, he's such a gentleman. A pleasure to meet you. Damien, that's a sort of unfortunate name, isn't it? Especially with those wings. People might think you were a devil. Like a handsome devil. I'm sure you know better than to judge by appearances. Well, you don't know me completely. I'm just new to you. I know the important things. You're a freshman student, an innocent young woman caught up in a world you don't understand. I'm recently just discovering this world, honestly. You're dazzled by sights you never thought possible, and completely unaware of the dangers you might face. Yeah. But what dangers? You could lose your mind here, or your life, or worse. That sounds scary. Not everything is as it seems, especially your teachers. What should I do? Be cautious. Attend at least the first lecture for each style of magic as soon as possible. Pay attention to what they tell you and what they don't. And don't believe everything you hear. Why? That's not entirely helpful, though. You better get on with your physicals training. You'll need your strength next week. What happens next week? You'll find out. He winks at me and walks off to the sports equipment office. Taking gym. And I failed, but I gained more stress. That's honestly not good. Afternoon dorm room. In the late afternoon, I'm sitting on my bed with a magazine when I hear a groan. Who is groaning? Ugh. Oh, it's Virginia. Oh, she's cranky. She drops her notebook on the floor, causing it to shed a couple of loose pages. What's the matter? Oh, nothing. Just school. She falls backwards onto the bed and kicks off her shoes, letting them arc off in different directions. I hate school. Sitting still, taking notes, listening to lectures about things I know already or never need to know anyway. Blah. I like the way she says blah. Well, you don't have to go to class every day. What? You were taking it easy today, huh? No, I was doing gym. Same difference. Anyways, it's different for you. If I goof off, my brothers will catch me. Not that I care what Donald thinks, but William is different? He's a good guy. He's always looked out for me. Well, where are you guys from anyway? Massachusetts. Massachusetts? What? Wait, Salem? Like the town? No, Springfield. Wait, there's a Massachusetts in Springfield? Oh my goodness, I'm a nubby. And also Springfield. Da 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 da. Okay, I'm sorry. I got that. The instant I saw Springfield, I just got triggered and thought of The Simpsons. Oh my goodness. But were there really witches in Salem? Sure, there still are. But I know what you mean. Wait, you do? A lot of magical people are really connected to their homes. We tend to build a tower and defend it. If things go wrong at home, you fix them, not so keen on moving. When times were bad for witches and wizards in Europe, they just hid better. They didn't go to America with the early colonies, not in big settlements anyway. That's kinda a little clever. And no wizards from Africa went there at all. So the only proper magical people around were the natives, and by the time of Salem, they didn't want too much to do with the colonists. Ah. Then a couple of kids came out wild seed, and there wasn't anybody to control them. Oh, that must have been a disaster. I'm kind of weirdly picturing the disaster right now. So the witches they hanged were real? No. It was only the kids who were witches, but they didn't know it. When they started doing real magic, they were just as scared as the village people. Oh, really? I mean, yeah, when magic first time and you just don't know if it's good or bad. So they blamed other people when the preachers told them to, and it was the other people who got hanged. Hard luck on them. Anyways, we have schools now, so that sort of thing doesn't happen. And it keeps everything under control too, which is good. I guess it's important to go to school, huh? Yeah. Oh, she's angry. Okay, I'm awakened early on Saturday morning by a tap at the door, followed by a faint hissing sound. What is going on? Wait, and hissing? Is that like a snake? I stumble out of bed to find that 3 envelopes have been pushed under the door to our room, each marked with one of our names. Excuse me. Hey, money's here! Each envelope contains $5, the weekly spending allowance for Iris Academy students. If it's our money, why can't they just give it to us all at once? I mean, I guess they don't trust us not to spend it all at once and then run out and complain. Well, that might teach people to plan ahead. This way still teaches people to plan ahead. If you want to buy anything really cool, you've got to save up. Oh. I mean, yeah, that's me planning ahead too with money. But you're missing the important part. It's Saturday, and that means a trip to the mall. I didn't think you were a shopaholic. Well, I'm not, but it's great to get out and look at something other than school for a while, isn't it? Also, they have ice creams and penny candy and really big cinnamon cookies, and we get the idea. Since I've been there before, I can show you guys around. What about studying? You have plenty of time for that during the week, right, Emmeline? I mean, yeah, we do have enough time to study, but it would be actually interesting to go to the mall, and plus take a little bit of break from schoolwork. Sure, I'd love to go to the mall with you. Great. Ellen? I guess it's okay, but you ought to have a good breakfast before you look at ice cream. Yes, Mother. That's adorable. Students are lining up outside the school, waiting for a free seat in one of the shuttle vans that travel between here and the local shopping center. Come on, we can ride together. Wait a minute. What is it? We're still in uniform. So? Won't people stare at us because we're all wearing capes? Nah. Just act natural. It's no big deal. But it's nowhere near Halloween, and wouldn't we get in trouble by the school if we're wearing it outside of school? Since the teacher's not saying anything, I suppose this is what we're supposed to do. The mall is not very large or very crowded, at least where I'm standing. Witches and wizards easily outnumber shoppers in ordinary clothes, but no one reacts to the sight. Sight of what? You mean us in uniform? I guess if students come here all the time, they get used to it. Like, just whatever. Okay, that place does coffee and pastries. They have fresh food. That one does baked potatoes. There's a gift shop. There's the cafe. Are all these stores magical? No, there's only one magic shop here. They sell wands and stuff. I'm going to get a chocolate croissant. What about you? Magic store, food court, window shopping, or games, okay. I'll do a little bit of window shopping. I'll save my money. I wander in and out of various stores. It's not a very big mall, but there are books, clothes, music, and toys, so I keep myself entertained for a few hours. Nice. Stress decreased by 3. Wow, that's good. On Sunday morning, I sleep in. There aren't any school activities today that I know of, and I haven't made plans with anyone, so there's nothing else to do, really. Which just makes me realize I miss my family. Well, that is sad. That is sad. I'm not used to being completely out of contact like this. There aren't even any phones in the dorms, so I can't call home. Wow. Dad promised he and Mom would write, but I haven't received anything. Maybe they were too busy on the first day, or the mail was slow. I'm sure that I'll hear from them soon. No phones, no computers, no television. It doesn't matter much during the week when I'm busy with classes, but on a day like today, it leaves me feeling restless. I think I'll go outside. Yeah, just walk around, clear your head. It's a beautiful canvas. I'm careful to stop when I want to admire something rather than keep walking and risk another collision. Yeah, like what happened before with the evil professor. But while the flowers and paved walkways are nice, what I'm really looking for is something a little more open. Oh, like that? I follow the paths away from the main buildings towards the grassy fields. We could play games out here if we borrowed some balls for the gym. I wonder if Virginia was serious about starting a sports team. I mean, could she? Hey, I think I see her up ahead. She's talking to someone I don't know. I hurry to catch up. Okay. Mostly girls again this year, isn't it? Oh, it's the pixie girl from the example, you know, the orientation with the professor when she said, like, beautiful butterfly girls and all that. Yeah, both my roommates are. I pause in mid-step. What is she talking about? Me and Ellen? That could be a problem eventually. Ellen and I both had wild magic. Is that the problem? Well, maybe more of us should drop out. What? The other way would be more fun. Wait, what? Maybe for you it would. The winged girl laughs. What on earth are they talking about? This is silly. Spies never hear anything nice. I have no idea what they're discussing, and I shouldn't try to figure it out. I'll only come up with crazy stuff. I'm just going to walk away. Yeah, good call. Evening dorm room. At the end of the week, I get the chance to organize my thoughts and my belongings as well as review the spells I've learned so far. Okay, ooh, inventory or diary or next week? Ooh, let's take a look in inventory. Oh, there's nothing really there, but oh, if I go to the mall and buy something, then I can probably, if I bought something, it'll be in my inventory, and then I could just put it on my girl. But, ooh, let's take a look at diary. Ooh, red magic class. Doesn't seem to be anything. Let's see. Green magic, nothing. White magic, nothing. Studying, nothing. Gym, nothing. Ooh, meeting Damien. I met an upperclassman boy named Damien. He's got blue skin and wings, but I'm not sure if they're real. He was sort of mysterious about everything and said I should be careful because there was some kind of danger up ahead and the teachers couldn't be trusted. I don't know, maybe he just says that to sound cool. Probably. I mean, that's guys, most of the guys nowadays. Witches of Salem. Virginia told me about the Salem witch trials, how some Wild Sea kids created a panic because they didn't have any training, so they couldn't control their magic. So now everyone with magic has to go to school to make sure that kind of thing doesn't happen. Virginia doesn't like school very much, though. Yeah, she was grumpy. Mall, nothing. Homesick. Ooh, I miss my family. I hope they'll write soon. I feel out of place here sometimes compared to the people who were born magical. Virginia said earlier that it didn't matter who was wild seed and who wasn't, but I'm not sure that's true. I mean, I don't know. But I guess that's the end of the diary. But anyway, spirituals, I'm afraid I'm going to have to leave this part here. So thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, give your love and support by sharing and liking this video. And also, if you have other videos that you want me to do for this channel, please let me know down in the comments below because that would be highly appreciated. And also, if you want more of this demo, let me know down in the comments below as well. And personally, I know this game is pretty old, but yeah, I know that my character, I was supposed to recreate myself, but of course it's an old game, so that of course they didn't have the option with the demon eyes, the blood red eyes and the blood red hair, but it's close enough, and you kind of get to see me as like a ginger with the golden brownish reddish eyes. But I actually enjoyed it. Even though it's a pretty old game, it kind of like the storyline, it reminds me of the Doki Doki Literature Club, and the character in one of the examples of the orientation kind of almost looked like Yuri from Literature Club, or a Oka from the Yandere series. I hope I pronounced her name right. I hope that I haven't confused someone else's name with the girl I'm trying to describe in the Yandere series. But yeah, so that's pretty much the first week. So yeah, off to a great start. I already got into one of the teacher's bad books with demerits. So, well, that's pretty much it. And I got to meet some nice teachers, made some friends, meet a mysterious demon.
or a devil. Well, whoever he is. But yeah. And I'm actually kind of excited to know what's going to happen next. So, anyways, goodbye and have a spiritual day.